What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My peeps, my peoples, we are in the building, peep squad. Let's get down to the situation. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling tonight? Let's get into it. Let's talk about Natalie Nunn getting a taste of her own medicine. Like, Lord have mercy, girl. What really went on? We already saw that Natalie could not fight, especially when she was trying to fight Sarah, and now it just looks really bad. Rollie Pollie done did what she had to do, baby. And it was so bad, y'all. We're going to check out this post real quick. And, we're going to get into this situation. So as you can see on the screen, at least I hope you can. I'm going to try to make it bigger, baby. You see Natalie, she posts, on Instagram, and one of the blogs picked it up, and basically she's trying to call out that Rollie Pollie is definitely a big girl and she wants a rematch for fun. You want a rematch for fun, girl? You just got smacked all up over the place. Like, you done got beat down, girl. She said, well, Rollie Pollie pushed, her big weight on her, so basically she's copping, please, girl, don't cop no, please. We know you can't fight. Stop it, Natalie. You be running all that mouth and you don't got no hands. Like, that is crazy. So what y'all think about that situation? I was like, Lord have mercy. It's definitely going down in this situation. And so many people have been trying to get their hands on Natalie, but they just wasn't able to get that close up on her. Okay. And Sarah was she was scared of Natalie, and Natalie's been running her mouth for a long time, baby. And somebody caught up to her, and it's one of them situations. But in any event, let's get into it. Let's talk about Baddies South. We're going to talk about Rollie Pollie. She went on Instagram and she was wilding out. And also, when it comes to Slim, Slim went, crazy on Instagram last night, because you guys know the reunion is coming up and they're getting ready to film it. So, now they're all coming out the closet, and it just seems like Slim had a whole lot going on in her situation, and she was really mad. Like, so we're gonna probably like watch her, because I'm put it out here, but every other word was blah, 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 blah. Every other word, and I couldn't even edit the video. She was so wild, she was wilding out. And Rollie Pollie Goldie, she was handling her business, and she said she's not friends with, she would never work with Natalie again. So I think she does have a good relationship over there with the Zeus network. I don't know. It seems like she does, because they keep inviting her back. But she basically was on Instagram Live and talking about Natalie, because, we was talking about how Natalie's setting things up. A lot of things has happened off of camera. Then when the cameras come on, they start looking crazy and stuff like that. And Natalie's been going back and forth saying this to that one, that to that one. And they've been talking. And Natalie ain't here for no friends. Natalie's here for her Monte, okay? And Jela soon realized that. And Jela and Natalie could have been just playing this whole game all along. But in any event, Chrisean is still cool with Natalie. They was on Instagram Live. We'll take a look at that too as well. So let's get into the review. It's Baddies South. We're going to be talking about episode 9 and episode 10. Just a little bit of episode 9, because, it wasn't really giving much. And the last couple episodes were not giving much when it comes to baddies. But in any event, at the end of episode 9, we have Sidney Starr. She comes in and she's doing a whole lot of la. And she's doing too much. And basically, I guess she wants to be on the show. She wants a show. She's calling out Natalie. Natalie's acting like she's the boss, and she can handle everything. And girl, get out of here. You whack, you this, you that. Season 1 is over. Why you following us? You pulling up with Sarah. I beat down Sarah. I was like, girl, you did not beat down Sarah. Like, what is up with these delusional people? Natalie is very delusional, y'all. And we get to Rollie Pollie, and she goes, oh my God, look at Sidney Starr. Sidney Starr tried to pay me $1,000 to drop their location where they was going to be at so she can show up and things of that nature. But, Rollie said that she let the people know, or she let Natalie know, the producers, what Sidney Starr was trying to do, but they're accusing her of taking thousands of dollars from Sidney Starr. So you already know how that situation is. And so Sidney Starr basically confronts Rollie Pollie with like bacon or some type of meat, which is crazy. What's up, Miss Nina? How you doing? What's going on? some type of meat or some type of something. And then you know how Rollie Pollie get down. Rollie Pollie's crazy. And she threw that drink right in her face, right in Sidney Star's face. You know, Sidney Star didn't swing on him, or if, you know, she did, they didn't show it because then the other girl started throwing drinks as well. So it started to get a little crazy out here in these streets. And I guess security came, or Sidney Star didn't want to put, you know, her hands on a woman or whatever the case may be. They could have edited it out, but she definitely did get a drink in her face. Sidney definitely did pick up a bottle, but it's like she picked it up, but she really didn't want to use it because she could have got, and security stopped her. She could have did it fast, but all that wagon she got behind her, you know, was slowing her down, baby. That wagon was slowing her down. And so they go to security. He grabs Sidney Star, and you know, I'm pushing Sidney Star back. And it kind of seemed like it was set up. She didn't want that much, but Rollie Pollie done threw the drink in her face. And maybe Sidney Star was blinded at the moment, makeup all messed up, and she's on camera because, you know, these guys live for the camera, y'all. They definitely do. And so moving on from that situation, Sidney Star ends up getting the mic after, you know, Natalie was talking all her crazy mess and all her crazy ish. And Sidney Star is talking. She's saying, so I don't know what she's saying because it sounded like she had, you know, now ladies up in her mouth. So, but she was probably saying whatever. So she's yelling and screaming, and it just didn't sound good. So that's why her rap career did not work out. And then we have Jela. She comes and she tries to snatch the mic, you know, from Sidney Star, but also Slim tried to snatch the mic, and then Jela, she ended up snatching the mic from Sidney Star and basically going on her tyrant as well. Let's just say this season these girls dressed very raggedy, okay? And then we got Persuasion, and Persuasion is basically saying that if you come for one of us, you know, we might not be getting along, but you know, we'll help each other. So, you know, she's all drunken up, and she was recently in a fight. I didn't even talk. The footage is so bad that she was just recently in a fight August 5th. And Persuasion, she was fighting Tammy Roman's daughter Jazz, ex-girlfriend, and she got beat up. Or she was about to win. It looked like she was about to, you know, get hot off, and then they broke up the fight. So, but look, she was just getting mollywopped. She was eating dirt. And so the ladies were at the club. Now they leaving the club that Sidney Star was at. And so then we have, what's her name? Bree's out here hugged up on some girl outside of the club. You know, they're making out or whatever. Natalie's touching the girl. It's almost seeming like Natalie is saying, bring her home tonight, because you know these girls love some kitty cat, okay? And so Persuasion, everybody's sleeping on a bus. Now they made it to New Orleans. And so they're out of Nashville. And in any event, Persuasion was sleeping, and Natalie has beads because they're in New Orleans. You know, they're in New Orleans. And so she was like, Persuasion, wake up so you can get some beads. And then Persuasion woke up and she lifted up her shirt, baby. And her breasts looked very deformed. Like, I don't know if she had to have surgery or something, but they did surgery on her left breast. And the breast part that, you know, come from your chest and down to your areola was moving, but the part of your breast that is like, you know, under your arms or near, you know, your arm, or armpits, it was all lifted up to the top. And then it was all like if it was taped in and it didn't move. Like her breast kind of looked like hot dogs, you know, with some sausage. She didn't have bad looking breasts, but they looked like whatever work that she had done or whatever it was, you know, I don't know what happened. They come out fat, long, then skinny. I don't know. It's the surgery or something happened. I don't know. But it definitely did look deformed when she was trying to shake it. And she lifted up her shirt, but I'm glad she's proud of her breasts. Okay, and she make money off of them breasts. But in any event, now you see Chrisean, she's looking like, oh, she's like disgusted. Because they all turned around and they look. And you see Jela, she's smiling. She got her head down because we're all thinking the same. Why she show us that? Like, girl, like what's going on? You know, I hope she didn't have, you know, some cancer, some stuff like that, but I think it's surgery, but it just really looked bad. Like, damn, people just, and so this is why you see Chrisean like all squished up in the chair. Jayla's like bent over with her head, and you have Scotty just basically smiling, and then Natalie turns her head, and they basically like low-key laughing at Persuasian because her breasts look nasty. So, there's a whole lot going on in that situation. Hey, what's up, 6'6"? What's going on? Oh, thank you. Damn. Hey, Tyler, what's going on? Oh, Natalie got played, and we're gonna get to her on Instagram trying to act tough with Chrisean. And Chrisean calls out Natalie, and the only reason why Chrisean is still rocking with Natalie is because she's supposed to get a deal over there at Zeus for her music. And what's his name? Blueface. Oh, Lord, I couldn't even think. Blueface, you gotta start putting on music or some hit shit. Forgot who you was if I'm not talking about Chrisean. So in any event, he's cool with Natalie, and he helped, interview for Bad Boys 2. Maybe I might keep the Zeus prescription, but this Baddies was, it was lit, then it just died down, and then now it's just like, because I was waiting for more, and I never got the more that I wanted, but I'll let you know what that more is. And so we get to this situation, we find out that when it comes to Rollie Pollie and it comes to Slim, they're gone. And so I'm like, what happened? What transpired? And this is the bullshit that I'm talking about. As far as at the same before, there was some ish that went down at the airport, and they cut it off, or they were somewhere else and they got on the plane and they cut it out, and then they did the same thing because before they got onto the last time they coming back because they don't have the bus. And so now we get to what's her name? Natalie basically saying that, oh, Slim and Rollie Pollie, they left like that, but they might come back. Oh, Scotty, what happened between you and Slim and Rollie Pollie? And so it was a whole situation that went down that they don't record, like who's actually initiating it and starting the beef. Like they didn't record the part where Chrisean threw her water bottle at Slim, and then all of a sudden they fighting. So they're cutting out a lot of shit which makes it sucks. And because you're not getting the grasp of why this one feels this way and why they keep switching teams. So Natalie didn't even want to ride on a bus with these girls. They didn't even want to party with each other. And then, they had the two separate mansions and things of that nature. Then they went out on the tractor trailer and partied, and Jela and Natalie had a conversation. And so now Natalie's on the bus with them, like she's all in that crew again. She's all, because they wasn't feeling her on this bus. Ann wasn't feeling her, Jela wasn't feeling her, and Scotty and also Chrisean wasn't feeling her. Only person that was feeling her was Rollie Pollie and Slim, and then what's her name, Persuasian and Bree. And so now it's like a whole, now we cut to freaking episode 10. Here's Natalie. You know what I mean? And then they're talking about what happened. Now we got Rollie Pollie, she's out here in these streets. And and so basically she's quitting the show, she's leaving the show, and she was supposed to go bye-bye. And then basically everybody said, oh, look at Slim following behind Rollie Pollie and everything else of that nature, and basically just calling her, she's a road runner. Natalie talking all types of crazy mess, girl, like you was getting, you got beat down. It wasn't the beat down that your mouth really be talking and writing that check that your ass can't cash, but it's one of them situations. And so last night when what's her name, Slim, I'll show some of the video of that, she was wilding out. I mean, she was going crazy. And she said that she begged Rollie Pollie to come back and everything because Rollie was done, because Rollie said that she was tired of Natalie. Natalie's instigating. She started beef with the other girls when she was basically being cool with Natalie. And remember, Chrisean said, oh, all of them are all cool with Natalie like that. Chrisean was like, oh, they're all cool with Natalie like that, but they don't know that Natalie be talking about them. They don't know what Natalie be saying about them, but that's okay. Every drunken moment that Chrisean has, like she drops some tea, you know what I mean? Because she she's lit on this show, and lit in a way of you putting something in your body to get lit, okay? And so, so now they're out here standing, you know, Rollie Pollie looked like the goddamn sun, y'all. She looked like the sun. I'm feeling the heat. You see Rollie Pollie in this yellow, and she looked like clouds and the sun. Shit, I'm hot now. And so Natalie was like, you know what? I'm gonna get off the bus and I'm gonna go talk to these girls and see what's going on and try to get them to come back. Are you gonna be okay, Scotty? And so in any event, Natalie tries to get out there. She's yelling and she's screaming and she's telling, what's up, what's happening. And when it comes to Rollie's like, girl, you're the problem. You don't want instigating. And Natalie said, I don't have a problem. I didn't do anything. There is no problem. What are you talking about? There is not an issue. And then Natalie started yelling. Then Rollie was like, girl, who you yelling at? Who you ain't yelling at? Who you talking to like that? Like she was ready to, swing on Natalie. Natalie was like, well, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with you and Scotty. The girls, they want you back. I got them on FaceTime. And, Rollie was like, I don't want to hear none of that ish. I don't want to hear none of that. And so Natalie gets back on the bus because Rollie got a little bit, like she's ready to start, swinging. Natalie's trying to like talk like she's bad. But then Rollie turns around and be like, who you talking to? What's that tone for? And she quit, zipped it, boom. Okay. And so Rollie's off, she's gone, and Slim is chasing her. And then we get back to the bus, and this is where you have Chrisean basically calling Natalie out, saying, wasn't you just cool with them? Wasn't they just your friends when wasn't you guys all kumbaya? Wasn't everything going on? It was like, and basically Chrisean is saying that you're the problem to Natalie, you know what I mean? But Natalie ain't hearing it. Natalie don't give a damn. And so, they're having a conversation about, Jela, she's basically having a conversation when it comes to, Scotty saying, like, so if Rollie comes in there and said, I've been waiting on you, or let's do this, or she says any type of, trigger words, you need to start swinging and no talking back. And it looks like Jela has noodles all over her head. Oh my gosh, she looks like the sea. She looks like the beach on top of that head, Lord. So, you got all that going on. He's sleeping with the cats. Oh Lord, he probably is. Persuasion says she slept with him. Yeah, clouds in the sun. Look, I saw. Hey, what's up, Norris Tony? How you doing? What's going on? And so, you got that situation. So they're prepping her, and you got Persuasion. Persuasion's listening in the background. And now, when it comes to Persuasion, she's cool with Rollie Pollie and she's cool with Slim. And in any event, she will want to be because, they're talking about jumping because Scotty said that she wanted to fight. Scotty said that she wanted to fight Rollie, if they wasn't in Nashville, if they wasn't in the backyard, she would have jumped into that fight because she felt like Rollie jumped, Chrisean. And so that's what she was saying. And then Rollie turned around and said to her, like, girl, be quiet before I smack you. And she said, no, you ain't gonna smack me because that's what I would have did and blah, blah, blah. So that's how they got in it, how the conversation started, how the things transpired was that they told Scotty that before it was, what's her name, Chrisean throwing the water bottle at Slim, but they told Scotty that Slim actually threw the water bottle at Chrisean, and that's why they got to fighting because she didn't really know the details of what was happening, what was going on, because she had went out to the club. And so now this is why Scotty had the attitude like, oh, F Slim and F, Rollie Pollie, but she wasn't feeling them anyway because she's cool with Jela and she has a crush on Chrisean. And it seems like, watching the other two episodes I didn't talk about, that when it comes to Chrisean, Jela, and Scotty, there've been a lot of the little kissing and pecking and touching and rubbing up on one another, in my opinion, with these three ladies. And I think Ann jumped in a little bit bit of it as well. And I guess they're kissing lesbians, and they didn't feel like they didn't feel like Slim or Rollie could be a part of the lipstick crew or whatever the case may be. And they don't like, Persuasion. And so, when it first started, it was like Rollie and Slim was like good. Like they was cool with everybody. Chrisean was under them and everything else. Jela, she done switched that whole thing around and got her a crew. And and it didn't include Rollie and Slim. And Rollie and Slim said they've been providing weed to the whole cast because nobody came with weed or trees. So in any event, they got used for their drugs, baby. Let me stop. So that's how I feel about the situation. So allegedly, it's entertainment purposes only. Let me put my banner up. Don't forget to like the video. Entertainment purposes only, y'all. And so you have that situation. So I'm just like, ooh wee. So there's a whole lot of, lying going on. And usually when we watch these reality TV shows, we're able to see the person tell the lies, but they cut the lies out. So they caught out a lot of stuff that Natalie allegedly did, that Rollie allegedly did, that Jela allegedly did, and Scotty and the rest of them. I don't really believe that Chrisean was in too much of the gossiping with the girls, because she don't like the gossip. She don't want to talk about the other girls. Like she's in a whole new world, and her conversation, they're just 3-letter words. But in any event, they pull up to the crib. They pull up to their, Louisiana crib that they're gonna be staying in. And basically, Chrisean was like, this is giving me ghetto vibes. This is giving me very much Baltimore ghetto vibes. I was like, Chrisean. And she was looking at the house like, yo, this is definitely ghetto vibes. This is Baltimore. I was like, what? And it was pretty funny. And her facial expressions, and she was very serious about the situation, for real. And so moving on, they got a new bus, and Persuasion said it's given a church mother bus or whatever. It got a stripper pole in there. The bus is so small, when you try to dance on the pole, you're kicking the other person in the face. So they got themselves a nice little cheap pink bus that says Baddies on it, but it is what it is. They got a bus, okay, kind of too late. And so here we go with Natalie. So Natalie's at the point right now where she's talking to Scotty and asking Scotty, what are you going to do if Rollie comes? What are you going to do if Slim comes? Like, are you going to be ready? What if they come here? Because they might come. You blah, 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 trying to get her amped up. And then also she's trying to get the other girls amped up too, to rock with her. Like, she know the game. She know that they're probably not going to rock with her, but she's going to try to see if they would still rock with her, because there's been back and forth. Natalie wasn't messing with these girls. Now she is. And Persuasion already got washed up in the sink. So she's just been minding her business. But she's, like I was trying to say earlier, she's cool with Slim and Rollie Pollie, and she don't really want to be involved in the conversation of talking about them, because if you guys remember, when she was getting attacked, when Persuasion was getting attacked, by what's her name, Ann, when she was getting attacked by Ann ain't never did her hair on this show. Her hair has been terrible. But in any event, when Ann attacked Persuasion off guard, Chrisean tried to jump in, and then Chrisean tried to jump in, and then that's when, what's her name, not Gold, I was about to call her Golden, but Rollie Pollie basically tried to stop that situation from happening. And also I think Slim was trying to stop that situation from happening, because basically Ann was, on top of Persuasion, and then what's her name, Chrisean was like, yo, I ain't done yet. I ain't finished yet. I ain't done with you yet. And so Rollie and Slim stepped in, but Rollie stepped in the most to make sure that she didn't get jumped. So that's one reason why Persuasion is kind of trying to keep loyalty to them, because she knows that they ain't messing with her. Okay. And it is what it is. And also, when it comes to Chrisean, when they was on the bus and they was trying to tell a story about why Slim and Rollie are getting into it with Scotty, Persuasion tried to get up and tell the story. And then that's when Chrisean said, girl, be quiet. You stop Scotty. You stop Scotty. And, Persuasion didn't really say nothing. You know what I mean? And plus, I just seen Persuasion get beat up again. You know what I mean? Like, damn. I don't even know what's going on, what's happening with Persuasion. Maybe it's the alcohol, maybe it's just stress, maybe she just old me. I don't know, but she's getting rocked out here in these streets. Well, three beat downs and two beat downs on this show, but not beat down, but she got beat down by Chrisean, and then she got sneak attacked by and then she was fighting Jazz, which is Tammy Roman's daughter's ex-girlfriend. Okay, so she's been quite busy in 2022 fighting at her great age of 32. Okay, she's been out here. So Natalie trying to soup up Scotty. You know Scotty's not a fighter. Scotty don't look like a fighter. Scotty and Bria on the same team. Brie will only fight if she has to. She's not trying to fight, and she's trying to basically get Scotty, to soup her up. Like I said, the clothes, everything was just like, they didn't give us no fashion, they didn't give us no hairstyles, they didn't give us no comb. We barely seen them take a shower. I could just tell you, the one I think is the cleanest on this show as far as hygiene, I would say, even though it don't look like it, it's Persuasion, because there's a couple of times I seen Persuasion on Instagram, and she's coming in matter if she's drunk or she been partying all night or whatever the case, she goes right in the house and she brush her teeth, wash her face, wash her hand, wash her feet. I see her do that multiple times, and she takes care of her hygiene a lot. You see, when she got scratched, she went to the doctor, and as soon as she came home from the doctor, she got in the shower. We didn't really see nobody else take no showers, but in this episode, when I was thinking that, this is when Brie said, let me wash my funky ass. And then you get Slim and Rollie Pollie, they was walking the streets and they jumped in the Uber, and then they show up to the house with the same clothes on. So they didn't take no shower. But I think the ladies did take a shower to get ready to go out for tonight, okay? Because Natalie's souping them up. She calls Relly. Natalie's basically trying to get Chrisean Rock on her side, basically saying, what if they pull up? What are you going to do if, something with Scotty or whatever? And then that's when Chrisean said, I'm going to slide. And that's when Natalie was like, okay, you're going to slide. And that means that she's going to jump into the situation, get involved in the situation. So Natalie's feeling like, okay, at least I got these two girls that might fight. I can get them to fight before I could fight. So then that's when she gives Chrisean a necklace, basically to say, fight for me, baby. After they was just beefing. So it is what it, and Persuasion is watching all the fakeness, okay? She doesn't see how Natalie done switched up and talking about these girls, and now she's cool. We got, Chrisean Rock, she's sitting up in the bed with her sneakers on. I don't know if it's because it's a rent a house. She feel like the sheets and the comforter is already dirty, so she's gonna put her shoes on it, but she got the shoes on the bed. She's sitting there farting, what's her name? Natalie spraying perfume and everything, Christian Dior, and then Chrisean Rock is saying, oh, that stuff stink. It smells like church mothers, or it smells like somebody's mother, something. It smells like church. And so then, Natalie jumps in and say, you could tell that B ain't never had none. She ain't never smelled what a rich bitch smell like. I was like, Natalie was talking all types of mess in her confessionals, talking all types of mess. I'm just like, what? And so Chrisean is in the bed farting, and she's trying to say her fart don't stink. But you see, what's her name? Scotty's all sniffing it and smelling it, because she's been smelling up Chrisean's ass. Like they've been doing a little thing. They've been doing some things on this show, for real. In my opinion, okay? So moving on from that situation, now we get Persuasion. Look, Persuasion changed her wig. Everybody changed up. So, they took a shower, got fresh makeup on and things of that nature. I guess Jela, she freshly put the gel in or whatever the hell she did with her hair. She got these finger waves going on. These crinkles look like Roman noodles on top of her head. It's just like, oh, God. Maybe if it was a different color, it's just too light for her. Persuasion absolutely looks gorgeous. But we know without that wig, she ain't. So we're going to have to say Jela looks even more beautiful because she's rocking her natural, okay? And we know what she looked like without it. Persuasion, when she got beat up outside on the street not too long ago, August 5th, her hair was crumpled up just like what's her name, Rollie Pollie hair. Be like, y'all, your wigs are going to come off. Just have your shit cornbraided under. That's it. Just braid it under. Just braid it, put micro corn braids in your hair, girls. So in any event, so the fashion. I don't know. Oh, this is fashion. I don't know what's going on over here. And what's her name? Anne had the same wig on since God knows when. She makes $1 million a month. She said, boy, she was on this show looking poor and raggedy and tore up with her hair, her makeup, everything, baby. And when it comes to Jela, she did everything to be the most sluttiest dressed in public. She has something to prove. And Persuasian is a stripper, so she always never wear clothes. But in any event, she was going with her Barbie look. I think they look nice, but I would just like if the network would have invested more in their look and make them even better look, make them, even while they doing trashy stuff and looking trashy, let them do it looking beautiful and elegant. Shit. That's my opinion. And you see Rollie still got on the same dress. She probably didn't have nowhere to change. And you have, what's her name? Slim, she still got on the same shit that she had when they pulled up, to New Orleans. So they didn't even get a chance to shower. There was no way that you're going to bring me back on camera after I've been walking the streets, jumping out of Uber. I would have fixed my wig, fixed my makeup, whatever the case may be, because they're thinking that they might go out. So was they going to go out like this, or is it going to change at the house because their luggage and all that probably makeup stuff is there? So, they should have provided services. Okay, since you guys are away from the house, we're going to provide you somewhere to change up, fix your wig, fix your makeup. Even look at, what's her name? Slim looked like a custard. She looked like a straight crackhead. Her hair, she looked terrible. Like it looked like they both selling their booty out here, and Louisiana, when I was on the corner in New Orleans or whatever. So, I'm just like, Lord help me, Jesus. So moving on from that situation, Natalie basically calls Rollie, and she calls him and tells him about the club. She's telling him about the problems, but she's also telling him that like there's kind of like real beef going on. And at this moment, you can tell that Natalie is kind of scared. So you got security. You're coming with security. She's acting, basically she's saying, please have some girls there that's going to protect me. And so she calls him. I guess I don't know if they're going to make it to the club. Then you got Bree. Bree comes through. She done set her girls up. She done set them all up, but she finally played a role in the show, after her fighting with Anne and things of that nature. She just basically been even killed and quiet in the situation. And I still got to drop that video of her. I got to edit it, but I still got to drop the video of her basically escorting, in the hotel, waiting for the rich men to come through and basically telling us that she's an escort and her family knows. And she was so glad to get it off her chest. But when she said this on TV, her parents didn't know, so she had to tell them. And she had a lot of things that she was going through with death. And I think the reason why Slim was really going off and acting up last night on Instagram is because somebody died in her family. I'm not sure who died, but somebody died. And she was outside of a hotel, looking. She didn't look bad. She didn't look bad. It's just her behavior was like, yo, are you on something? But she seemed to be full of just anger and stuff like that. She was really mad. So she want to fight at the reunion. So she want to fight. She said she fighting. All you better fight. She said she got the best body. She got the best face. She called all the other girls ugly, fat, big old thighs, unhealthy. She was saying, instead of trying to hate on me, you should have been worried about trying to have a six-pack. She was showing her six-pack and her stomach looked like Ken doll. Let me tell you, she was out here doing the most. And so Bree, she said Rollie's coming through and Slim is coming through. Okay, so they come through. And Natalie, I'm surprised Natalie didn't get up and run, Lord. So, and Natalie, this is the best wig that Natalie had on since the whole show. And so, okay, she did change. So I wonder, did Chrisean change? Does she have, let me put this. Is that 49? Okay, so she changed. So in any event, so now Rollie, she pulls up, and then Natalie's trying to steer the conversation, like, what's going on with you and Scotty? What happened? What was the situation? And right now Rollie's like, yo, you the problem, you the situation, you instigated that story, you instigated everything, like you said some stuff behind the scenes. She's like, why are you showing off for the camera now? How come that wasn't on the camera? And so Natalie says, I'll do what I want to do. I put what I want to put on camera. I can show it for the cameras when I want to. I've been in Hollywood for 15 years. And because basically Rollie's calling out, Natalie, saying, like, what's going on? Like, we ain't do nothing. We didn't get the bag. We didn't do blah, blah, blah. Like, I was wondering when the structure was going to come in. Like, the girl's going to have a job. They're going to have a project to complete. Or are they going to sit and talk about their, anger issues, their anger management, and see if they can actually communicate and work on relationship, and then party, fight, do whatever, and they come back and have a kumbaya moment to try to talk? But it's like Natalie was pointing the girls at the beginning, telling this one that, that's what it seemed like to me. And then, just sneaking around like a little mouse, and putting little, what do you call it, breadcrumbs for people to go chase them, because she is the EP. And so now you have Rollie calling her out, saying that I just waste my time here and all this other stuff. And then, Natalie was able to get Scotty to speak up, and Scotty's like, I said that because you came at me and blah blah blah, and I said I would have jumped in because of this and that, and this is when the situation comes out where Scotty was told the wrong information, that when it came to Slim, that she threw the water bottle at Chrisean, and that's why the fight happened. And so now she's basically saying, like, she's talking, she's like, I don't care about any other this, I'll do this to any other B. And then what's her name, Rollie, got up and was like, girl, who you talking to? Who you calling a B? Who you calling a bitch? And so she turned, so Scotty, I didn't clip this. Scotty turned around towards Natalie and pointed both of her hands open towards Natalie, like she was gonna give her a hug. And then she said, bitch. And she goes, I'm not here for none of that. And already Chrisean called it that she didn't want to fight. She felt like Natalie was trying to force, Scotty to get into an altercation with one of the girls, because, Natalie didn't want to fight. That's one thing. And basically she's trying to keep the show entertaining. And so, Chrisean called it out that she's not about that life, that she don't want to fight. She just want to get along. And basically that's what happened. And so now, she's back down. She's not puffed up. She's not talking all that smack and acting like she's tall, big, and bad. She is tall, but she's not acting like she want to fight Rollie or anybody. She done calmed down, and she's standing behind Natalie. So Natalie said, oh, look at this weak B. So Natalie got to jump in and say something, because Rollie basically shut her up. And now Rollie's back to Natalie and saying that you're the problem, you're the confusion, you're this, you're that, you're calling out, you doing some fake ish, and blah blah blah, in the third. But Rollie's running her mouth too. They all been running their mouth, and that's why Natalie used everything they said against them, and that's why the house was in turmoil for a minute. And then Natalie trying to exclude Chrisean and Jela and taking the other girls out created a situation where the house, boiled over. So yes, she's the common denominator, and this is what, Rollie is actually saying about Natalie. And then Natalie's starting to get louder. You see Scotty got her arms folded up. She's not in defense mode. Like, that's supposed to be a girl that you ready to fight, that you talking about Billy Badass. You got your arms folded, just sitting there like, God, please move me away. Move me away. I wish I could disappear. And so now Chrisean, she's watching Natalie, see if Natalie's going to, step up. And, Natalie's thinking she got the two girls that said earlier that they want, what's her name? Rock said she gonna slide in. And then you had Scotty saying that she's ready to go. So Natalie got them over there. And, she's basically, and Chrisean's there. So you got Rollie and Slim. So she was basically hoping that they fight, them four, and she can watch. That's what she hoped, but Rollie wasn't letting it go. Chrisean didn't jump the gun, and Scotty backed down. So now we get to the situation where Natalie's talking mess, and her wig cap flew in Rollie's face, and Rollie's grabbed her by the hair, baby, and it was all murder she wrote from now. boom, boom, boom. Look at Scotty. Scotty ain't doing nothing. Scotty's basically what she trying to dance. She's trying to dance with homegirls. She ain't about that life. And Chrisean ain't doing that. She's minding her business. And Briana, Bree, she just ran. And so when it came to your girl, Rollie Pollie, she was dump. She was like dump, and Natalie didn't even get one hit in. Natalie wig flew, her wig cap flew. So Natalie got rocked. I mean, Natalie got rocked like you wouldn't even believe it. Look at Natalie. She just, she don't know what to do with herself. So I'm surprised the security let Rollie do what she needed to do, because usually Natalie is protected by, security and things of that nature. Not this time. And like I said, Rollie got a little bit of pull over there because this is like her third time or fourth time back on the Zeus network. So maybe they value her a little bit, you know what I mean? But you know that they don't be valuing nobody like that. So they let Natalie get it. Natalie threw something first at Rollie, and Rollie just went over there and that was an easy beat down. You know what I mean? That was an easy beat down. And then now we got Chrisean. Now Chrisean, she get hyped off of violence. So she gets hyped and she gets, amped up like she want to do something. And plus she's trying to defend her girlfriend, or her little kissing partner, which is Scotty, because it has something to do with, Slim. And they think that, Rollie's fighting all of Slim's battles. And so in any event, so Chrisean said, "Oh, I heard Rollie wasn't fighting no more. I heard Rollie wasn't fighting your battles no more." Now, now you can see how her butt's sticking out and her shoulders up, and she got the meat. Her neck is all tight. So now Chrisean is coming for, Slim at this moment. So we're going to see, but I don't know if she's actually going to go there. She's like, basically, girl, just say that you don't want none, that you don't want to fight. She don't need to tell you that. You don't rock the girl. You rocked the girl so bad. Only person that rocked you was what's her name, Rollie, because Rollie punched you in the face, pulled your hair down, and she might have got two on you, and that's why you was so mad. So and Rollie was the one trying to fight you, but I guess you were so mad and running all over the house because you felt like they got off on you. Well, Rollie did, because she jumped into the fight. Rollie's sitting right there, but at least I think Chrisean respects Rollie a little bit. I think she got a little bit of respect for her because she does talk good about her. But she's still talking mess about Slim, saying Slim is a total catfish because she don't look as good as her pictures, and stuff like that. So that's what happened. And so you got Natalie trying to scream and yell, act like she gonna do something. Natalie will get her ass whooped for her coin, baby. Natalie is no joke. She will get beat down for a coin, okay? You are going to have to pay her. You're going to have to pay her. And that's for real, for real. And Chrisean ends up getting arrested at the end of the episode because you guys know the bounty hunters are looking for her, the stolen car, having weed on her, and Ohio or Omaha or whatever the case may be. They're looking for her. What's up, Miss T? How you doing? Her skinny legs can't hold that back. Natalie was gone, baby. Natalie got rocked, y'all. Total mess. A total mess. So, I went back to check, the other night, and I was like, okay, all right, at least this is more decent. I'm paying for this shit. And the last like 3 episodes has been like what's going on? Like, y'all ain't doing nothing. Make it like the real world, like have an activity. At least Bad Boys, they had, like photo shoots. They had to go and, create stuff and things of that nature and have a song or, work together. And this whole situation is just, Natalie was just like, come on, girls, we're gonna ride on the bus, whether we take showers or not. We might be funky all day and all night, but we're gonna come through smelling. So I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna Up, get the other video. Let me see. Let me go over here. So as I was telling you guys, see, Natalie already admit that she got beat up right here. It was posted. You know, she said she want a rematch and she feel like Rollie Pollie's too big, and that Rollie Pollie's just too big for her. Okay. So they was all, the reunions coming up, so they all been online whiling out. But let me just get, this is one part.
He has to realize when people think that type of stuff and get an EP of a show, you're laughing at shade and you laughing at somebody making fun of somebody. That means you feel that way as well. So that
So right now, Natalie is talking about, I mean, not Natalie, but Persuasian is talking about Natalie. So she's calling Natalie out on the low. When she says EP and things of that nature. And you have, what's her name? Slim, she's there. And homeboy, the two dudes from Baddies. You know, they was all on live, like it was going down. Natalie was wiling too. She was in the comments saying ferocious things, but Natalie's like, I got you a bag. You better calm down.
can't laugh and stuff like that because
I can't even do that, huh?
and it's crazy because I don't even have a problem with it. Get that where that's coming from the other person, but with Natalie, he has to realize when people think that type of stuff and get an EP of a show, you're laughing at shade and you laughing at somebody making fun of somebody. That means you feel that way as well. So that rubs people the wrong way, and then you can't laugh and stuff like that. Your laughter shows that you're entertained and you're okay with it. Now, you don't say nothing. You don't say nothing like the scene when they was on the bus on this past episode. When I was quiet while they were talking about Slim and Rollie. I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not gonna engage in that because I fuck with them. So I'm not gonna sit there. So I was quiet. So I guess that's why I'm boring. Because I was quiet. I don't entertain shit when you talk about somebody I fuck with. I'm not gonna put my input because I'm not saying nothing. That's how you stay a real ass bitch. What it does when you laugh at stuff like that, you are entertaining. So you rub people the wrong way, but you want to laugh in that same person's face when you were just laughing at them being shady. That's not cool.
And then she want to sit here and try to act like I went on live out of nowhere and I just started talking shit. No, you and Chrisean was on live last night. You was on live all night getting your hair done, bitch. And then you got Chrisean on the live talking shit. And I went live today. So don't act like nobody went live out of nowhere. Somebody said something out of nowhere. Somebody started talking shit out of nowhere. No, bitch. It started from that live. Then I saw you saying something in the scene. So, bitch, everything that enough. You got a lot to say. I ain't know that.
I don't.
You love me. I
just feel like
you got a lot to say now.
If you can laugh at me being shaded, or you can, then you not my friend for real. I just
exactly. I was never her fucking friend, bro. Like the fuck, we was just cool.
I thought me and her was friends, but if you can laugh at me being shaded,
she got fighting with my bitch. No.
Yeah, I can only imagine what you laughed at behind my back.
Sure, that's what I'm saying, bro.
And that's just me being honest. If you can laugh at me being shaded on a live, that means that you.
I mean, she was laughing at us.
Work behind my back, and it's crazy because I don't even have a problem with it. Get that where that's.
Okay, that's Gutter's live, and this is a little bit part of it.
Yeah, now you know a couple times you were supposed to get slapped, right? When you took
I didn't do anything.
You said no, bro. So no, you do that shit again.
No, that was you.
Look,
that was you.
Disrespectful shit. No, I'll watch that shit. And your ass, and I busted off for that.
That was you.
But when you
that
watch
was
that
you.
shit,
Put the camera on me. Take the camera on me.
Oh my God. So look, season 3, I hope everybody come correct. If not, I'm fighting. I don't give a fuck. Oh my mom. Yeah, Natalie, you know a couple times you were supposed to get slapped, right?
So Chrisean just wants to fight. Lord. What a mess.
I mean, it's uncool, but she's not really cute. Like, we gotta get cute bitches in the room. Like,
Who wasn't cute?
that's the great thing. She be catfishing. She got it all. She got the face app on my mama because she don't look like that in person. Bitch, you know what I'm talking about? Slim little ass. Stop playing. Oh.
Okay, so that's a whole. So they getting ready for the reality TV show, and I'm gonna put that's Blueface girlfriend. Yep, they made it official now. Let me put the number. Let me just grab this video banner. Okay, so let me just grab this video. So we're gonna see. Bobby Lights. He has a show that's coming out, a dating show. With the guy in the wheelchair, and supposed to be a dating show for him and things of that nature. So we shall see how that's gonna pan out. Let me see. I don't know why it's not going to video. Share. Oh, because it's unplugged. That's why. And it seems like Black Ink Chicago, they're doing their thing. But in any event, that's supposed to be that show that is actually coming out. I just connected it. I unconnected it like I didn't need it. Like, what's going on? Oh, Lord have mercy. And we're going to talk about this situation. I was just, going through the blogs, and like everybody's trying to drag Kenya Moore because they feel like she showed up late to the event and she's using her daughter as an excuse. I was like, they find any reason to go after somebody. Like, I mean, like, damn, like she's going through a real life event. And I was like, well, maybe she could have called her, but I wouldn't have called her. I'm telling you right now, if it was me, I would have did the same thing. But now they're saying, oh, look at Kenya. She's trying to prove that she has power on the show. She did Sonia wrong. Like, I wish I would feel sorry for Sonia. Where is it? Okay, here's one part. I'll get the other part. Oh, no, that's not it. I thought this was already loaded up, but it wasn't. Here we go. It's one part. So your girl Chrisean, the bounty hunters caught up to her for what, $1,700, $1,500, $5,000, or is it $10,000?
She fed up, and whoever not ready for this reunion, y'all better get ready, because I think everybody coming with something. Everybody got something to say to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Well, bitch, I'm coming up her.
But I just don't want her coming there already like. I want her to come there on a good tip. Be cool until somebody say something to you, and then try to talk about it, and and then unless motherfucker try to run away, you pop off. I want my baby to be good, because she's going through a lot right now. Like, so much people don't understand. Like, I was on the phone with her for hours. Like,
she's talking about Slim.
Cry, Rollie. You want to go to hug? You gonna make me cry again? You better. That's why I want y'all to just focus on how talented both of y'all really are. She can dance her ass off, and you can rap your ass off. I want y'all to just stay focused, because y'all is more than real. Y'all deserve. So yeah, like y'all just deserves to go real far. So I want y'all to just stay focused, keep your mind on your music. I want her to keep her mind on actually being a choreographer and actually getting into like classes for dance.
Yes, she needs to start like just renting out these little halls in her state. People love her where she at or wherever she travels to, because Slim is never there. So she doing like a little travel. She needs to book a little hall. Tell them she doing like a little choreography dance class. Shit, I'll pop up for my sister. Right? Just
And
she needs to take her mind
I'm
off
a
this stuff.
post it and everything.
Yes,
Ugh.
honey.
I just need y'all to stay focused. I feel like when you so into this, I feel like that's what was my was wrong with me at first. Like when I
Hi,
first went to the show,
Gabby. Love you.
when the show first like popped off, I just feel like I was so into it and just so into just the bad boy stuff that it was just taking me down an alley that I just didn't need to be. That's why I just was like, let me just focus on my music and really get serious with my music, put more freestyles out. Cause
And
I've
that's
noticed.
what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to really get serious and focus on my music. Like this shit, I don't know. I just not. I won't. I don't think I will ever work with Natalie again. I think I really have weighed out my pros and my cons when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to reality TV. You know what I'm saying? I know you got to build yourself up there. You got to get yourself up there, and I feel like I have gained a large fan base. Now I've got a new larger fan base from the Bad Girl Squad.
Right.
So thank you for that. But bitch, you ain't feeding me in no other type of way. So I ain't the type of bitch to sit there and ask you for money and just be your friend. So I don't ask no bitch for nothing. But anyway, like I was
I
saying,
love, you
yeah.
know me, we talk. I love everybody. I ain't got no problems with nobody. I just want what's best for me because I know how talented I am. I know what I give. I know what I'm worth. I know what I can make a motherfucker. So it's like if like in my life now, how I'm looking at my career, like
Thank you, Gabby. I love you.
if me and whoever I'm working with don't see the same eye to eye where I can take them or they can take me or we can take each other, it's like, well, why would we even be keep trying to work together if we both don't got the same like mindset? So that's just me and that's how I've been thinking lately with any like game playing around like anything with my music, with TV, with fucking friendships, with anything. Like if we just not I just feel like if you want to go
Yeah.
to the next level in life, you need to be around the people that the same or in the same or trying to go the same way that you going, you know? So like I just feel like reality TV for me, like I would do reality TV again, but I feel like it would just have to make sense. Everything next from now on, like everything that I do just gotta make sense. The money gotta make sense, the idea gotta be make sense, and the layout, everything just have to make sense. There can't be no well maybe it needs to be short. Okay, gotta gonna fuck with this. Okay, gotta gonna fuck with this. Gotta gonna fuck with this.
I'm just ready to show everybody, Goldie, not Rollie, not Gia, Goldie. I have a whole different side of me, and I meet my fans and they like, oh
Oh
my God,
Natalie,
like
hey
this
Natalie,
girl's like doing her
I didn't know
yes.
Natalie was
I didn't
in
know
here.
she was like fun like this, a person. Yes, like I am so much fun. I just don't like to be around negative things. And when I'm around negative things, I don't have fun because my energy is just not good, like around negative
And that's
things.
what I
So
noticed. Like people,
I have to.
they try to make it with reality TV. Like a lot of people, they was just trying to get me and what's the name into it today. Like I'm like, y'all, literally, I don't have no problem with nobody. Like, and I knew it was gonna be something because something the other day I was in an Uber and the Uber driver was like, I'm not trying to be too forward or anything, but what's wrong with you and Dorelli? Why aren't y'all cool? I don't see y'all hanging out no more. And I'm like, it's not that we not cool. We cordial. Like we not just the bestie of pals. Like call each other, letting each other hear unreleased. Like it ain't that. Like we never. Like it just never got to that. So we never was like super duper close. So for people to just they trying to make it seem like we was just oh so close and we just fell off. Like no, we was never that close. Like I don't even know his real name. Like we just know each other from the show. We was kind of having cordial, trying to get to know each other
And
more.
people don't understand that. Like I went in there only knowing Slim. I was open to know all the girls. The first girl I actually even clicked with besides Slim was Ann. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't in Jela as well. So like I didn't even want to fight them two girls. But
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to fight Natalie. Like that's why I did that to Natalie. Like a person could tell when a motherfucker is hesitating. I was cool with Jayla. I was cool with Ann. And even right after, it wasn't no problems. I had no problems out of nobody.
Right.
But Natalie, like I just had to things that happen off camera, it pissed me off. And I'm not gonna speak on it because that's somebody else's business.
Wow.
But that was just some low. And for her not to sit there in a woman's presence that she did it to and not apologize, like it was just the most lowest, dirtiest shit. Like these type of people I can never be around. This motherfucker will do some shit to you, say some, talk about you in the most nastiest, dirtiest way, and be like, I didn't say that. And then when the proof is still right there in her face, she'll be just like, okay, well, this person said it first, so that's how I knew. Why are you blaming somebody else? Like it was just like so toxic. Like that whole fucking environment was toxic, and I feel like they could have had a better EP. You know what I'm saying? Besides her, somebody that actually knew how to get the girls' talent out there. You know what I'm saying? With so many girls in the house with so much talent, it was so much. It was so much, and she didn't even push for that. She pushed for fighting.
That's why I don't know. I just can't. I don't like y'all. I swear, like it seemed like theirs is more like crazier than my experience was. My experience was more like I just wanted to be more like musically seen and like seen for more talented things. I didn't want to. I really didn't want to like get mad on that show at all. Like even when I blew up, I didn't want to do none of that. I was like, I'm trying to go on this bitch and just keep it cute, let people know who I am, and just naturally just grow my fans even more higher than I am now. And I did that, but I just wish I could have been more like when I was going to the studio, I was more sorry. I wanted to work on some shit that I like got the spot, like some shit that I know this gonna if they be seeing on TV is gonna go crazy. Like I just want to I just
And
want to
you
be
made
more.
made the audience go crazy. Literally fucking went viral every motherfucking time a
Cause ain't it
fucking
about
episode aired. And that's how it's supposed to be, honey bun. That's how you entertain. Like I know how to entertain. You don't have to fight to entertain. If let me tell you something. I ain't gonna even say if I was in Natalie's shoes. When I get to that point to where I can EP with some girls, it's gonna be completely different. Everything is gonna be completely fucking different. Like I would never put no girls through no shit like that. Like she didn't even care. She didn't care about none of that. She was just leaving, going to go do what she do. You know what I'm saying? She was never out the fucking house, so she don't even know half the shit that was going on and half the shit we was doing.
First off, y'all
Activities,
niggas
nothing. She didn't know shit. That's why I said she
they
had
talking about
control over nothing.
that trying to get them into it. Bitch, Gutter ain't trying to do nothing. I literally went live. Me and Rollie Ben said it was gonna go back live together, but I was trying to calm down Slim, but Slim wasn't having it. So me and Rollie was just
Hey,
talking.
Shamar.
Hey Shamar, he in here? They said ask Shamar, he not on request. But yeah, ain't nobody being like what y'all talking about basically. You heard me?
Hi.
I said so I didn't stop wearing wigs, y'all. Like this is not the longest.
Talk to each other, make sure. It don't even matter if we're on the same show or not. Like,
Oh yeah,
I
me and
got
Rollie
people
don't
from
give
different shows that
just cool down. I hope the reunion go really well for
like, I
you.
won't bet you in
So
your shit. Beat your ass until you piss.
that song is literally free as fuck.
Alright.
But it's gonna die about
You
that
can
bitch.
beat a girl up until she pee. Alright,
You
God.
said what, babe?
Yeah, people. Yeah, if she had to pee already and she was scared.
Yes, me and Rollie Ben said that we was gonna do it. We just always be everywhere with our plans, girl. Listen, y'all both got bars.
Y'all don't understand. We keep in touch with each other. We check up on each other. Talk to each other. Make sure it don't even matter if we're on the same show or not. Like
Oh yeah,
I
me and
got
Rollie
people
don't
from
give.
different shows that I
Me
talk
and
to.
Rollie, we talk to each other every day, bitch. We have virtual smoke sessions on the phone, bitch, like all that.
Look, always calling me. Let me hear your slap.
Okay, so that's pretty much it. So it seems like the reunion is going to be, giving us something, especially. Hope they do. So in any event, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate y'all. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Please don't forget to like the video. Thank you for your support. And you guys have a blessed night. I will see you tomorrow, baby.